Specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the
It's a category of crimes that you're then charged
You have charges.
A long 100
You have charges.
You just saw that, right? You just saw a sitting member of the United States Congress, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, in a hearing with national attention, confidently declare that RICO is not a crime. Folks, you just can't make this stuff up. We're going to watch the full clips in a minute, and what you're about to see is the perfect tale of two politicians. On one side, you have the screaming, the theatrics, the absolute ignorance of basic law from AOC in a desperate attempt to defend the Biden family. And on the other side, you have Representative Byron Donalds, a man who comes armed not with outrage but with bank statements, wire transfers, and cold, hard facts. This is the state of American politics today. One side brings performance art, the other brings receipts. It is an absolute masterclass in contrast, and it tells you everything you need to know about who is serious and who is just playing for the cameras. We're going to dive deep into all of it, so stick around, grab your popcorn, because you are not going to want to miss this breakdown. And hey, if you're tired of the political theater and you're here for the facts, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments right now what you think of that opening clip. Let's get into it.
Is it your testimony today that you personally witnessed President Joe Biden commit a crime?
I believe the fact that he was sitting with me while I was putting together a business deal.
Did you witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO and conspiracy.
What is it? What is the crime, sir? Specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption statutes.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the crime?
It's a category of crimes that you're then charged
You have charges.
A long 100
You have charges. Sir, please
want me to name the exact statute under RICO?
Yes.
Well, it's funny. In this committee room, everyone's not here. There's over 18
All right, sir, I reclaim my
lawyers that went to law school.
I reclaim my time.
You guys
okay,
to
thank
define
you,
the
sir. I
statute
reclaim my
under
time.
RICO.
Clearly, what we are seeing here today is a continuation of the 15-month saga of the Republican majority lost in the desert. Impeachment 101. The majority party, or whomever is raising impeachment, must accuse the president of a high crime, a specific high crime or misdemeanor. I would like to submit to the record HRES 918, the House resolution to open this impeachment inquiry.
Without objection to order.
This resolution does not outline a high crime or misdemeanor. It's not here. Now, when we compare the chairman's opening from his previous opening, he's talking about Ukraine and Burisma and all of this. This entire inquiry is based on a blockbuster piece of information that was in a classified SCIF room. And inside that room was a document alleging President Biden directly of a $10 million bribery scheme, a $10 million bribery scheme, extremely serious. What happened? What happened a month ago, Mr. Chairman? That document, the FBI arrested the person who offered those allegations for falsifying his testimony to the FBI. This entire impeachment inquiry is based on an actual, provable individual who has lied. Now, responsible leadership would withdraw an inquiry based on that. Withdraw it.
Mr. Chairman, for the record, I want to submit into the record two different WhatsApp text messages. One, July 31, between Hunter Biden and Mr. Zhao of CEFC, which stipulates that Hunter Biden wants to be able to move on from and get the contract resolved, get the deal resolved, and that Mr. Zhao responds and says, yes, the CEFC is willing to cooperate with the family. On August 31, there's another exchange, this time August 3rd, 2017, between Hunter Biden and Mr. Ganwei Dong. And in this message, they're talking about the stipulations of the arrangement between the Biden family and CEFC. I want to submit both WhatsApp text messages for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Without objection to ordered.
Okay, now to the money flow, because this is where the rubber meets the road. On August 3rd, they actually stipulate through WhatsApp text messages the exact stipulations of the deal. On August 4th, $100,000 is wired into Owasco PC from CEFC infrastructure. Mr. Chairman, I want to submit for the record a portion of the bank statement for the time period August 3rd of 2017 to August 31, 2017, stipulating $100,000 going from CEFC into the bank account of Hunter Biden through Owasco PC.
Without objection to ordered.
On August 8th, 4 days later, $5 million is then transferred from the Northern International Capital account of $5 million to Hudson West III. Hudson West III is a bank account controlled by Hunter Biden and Mr. Ganwei, a.k.a. Kevin Dong, who was a CEFC associate. That money comes from the Northern International Capital bank account that is tied to the CCP. Mr. Chairman, I want to submit for the record the bank statement demonstrating that transfer.
Without objection to ordered.
Okay, moving on. On August 8th, the same time period, there is a wire transfer of $400,000 to Owasco PC from the Hudson West III bank account. That $400,000, Mr. Chairman, I have the transfer records in the bank accounts from the August time period. I want to submit that for the record.
Without objection to ordered.
Now, here's where the fun stuff comes in, everybody, and I got a minute to do it, so we're going to get this done. On August 14th, there is $150,000 that is transferred from Owasco PC, which is controlled by Hunter Biden, to Lion Hall Group, which is controlled by James Biden. I have the records here, Mr. Chairman, of the $150,000 that has gone to Lion Hall Group from Owasco PC. I want to submit that for the record.
Without objection to ordered.
On August 28th, and I believe we have a screenshot for everybody in the room. On August 28th, Mr. Chairman, we have the withdrawal ticket from Lion Hall Group that is signed by Sarah Biden, who is the wife of Jim Biden, for $50,000 to withdraw from Lion Hall Group. I want to submit that withdrawal receipt for the record.
Without objection to ordered.
On September 3rd, on August 28th, actually, Mr. Chairman, we have the deposit reference into Sarah Jones Biden's account on the same day she withdrew it from Lion Hall. I want to submit that.
Without objection to ordered.
Last document. On September 3rd, 2007, from Sarah Biden's own personal account, there is a check that is written to Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., the President of the United States today, for $40,000, signed loan repayment. A loan repayment, by the way, that Joe Biden's own personal accountant, Mr. Eric Schwerin, has no record for. I want to submit that for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Without objection to ordered.
To the members of the committee, it is clear that the source of this money came from CEFC, and that CEFC is a company that is directly linked to the CCP and actually the chairman of the CCP, the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, Chairman Xi Jinping. With that, I yield.
They've opened up our borders. They want to spend massively. I serve on a committee with Ocasio-Cortez. Oh, you've heard of her. Okay. And she literally believes that we can print whatever we want. It doesn't matter how much we borrow. It doesn't matter how much we spend. But she can believe all that while she drives her nice little Tesla and lives in one of the most expensive apartments in Washington, D.C. You see, the left loves to deride capitalism, but they actually love capitalism. They love what it creates for them. But they want you, and they want me, and they want every hardworking American to bend the knee. But America has woken up and we have realized that we're not going down a socialist road and we're going to fight them this November.
All right. So, where do we even begin? Let's start with the absolute train wreck that was AOC's performance. She comes in hot, trying to trap the witness, Tony Bobulinski. She asks him, "Did you personally witness President Joe Biden commit a crime?" He says yes, and she immediately demands he name the specific crime. So, he starts to explain. He brings up RICO, and she has a complete meltdown. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. I mean, are you kidding me? For anyone who doesn't know, RICO stands for the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. It is literally a law used to prosecute people for engaging in a pattern of criminal behavior. It's the law they use to take down the mob. To suggest it's not a crime is like saying robbery isn't a crime because it falls under the category of theft. It's mind-numbingly dumb, and for a congresswoman to not know that is frankly an embarrassment. She's not trying to get to the truth. She's trying to create a viral soundbite for her base by confusing the issue. She asks a question, and when she starts getting an answer she doesn't like, she just shouts over him. It's a clown show. Then she goes on this whole tirade about how the entire investigation is based on one informant who was arrested for lying. Okay, fine. Let's say that one source was bad. Does that magically erase all the other evidence? All the bank records? All the eyewitness testimony? Of course not. It's a classic magician's trick. Hey, look over here at this shiny object so you don't see what's actually happening over there. And what was actually happening over there? A masterclass in presenting evidence from Representative Byron Donalds. Did you notice the difference? No yelling, no screaming, no grandstanding. Just a man with a stack of papers calmly and methodically laying out a paper trail that a 5-year-old could follow. Let's walk through it, because this is what matters. Step 1. Donalds shows the evidence. Money comes from CEFC, a Chinese energy company tied directly to the Chinese Communist Party. That money, $100,000, goes into Hunter Biden's company, Owasco PC. Step 2. A few days later, a massive $5 million payment goes into another company Hunter controls. Step 3. Donalds shows the next step. Money starts moving from Hunter's companies to other family members. He shows a $150,000 transfer to Lion Hall Group, which is owned by the president's brother, James Biden. Step 4. He then shows a withdrawal slip. James Biden's wife, Sarah, takes out $50,000 from that account. And then the grand finale, Step 5. Donalds puts up a picture of a personal check, a check from Sarah Biden written directly to Joseph R. Biden Jr. for $40,000. The memo line, loan repayment. So while AOC is screaming about no evidence and getting basic law wrong, Byron Donalds is holding up a literal check funded by a cascade of cash that started with the Chinese Communist Party. You see the difference? It's substance versus style. It's facts versus feelings. And this contrast isn't just about one hearing. It's about two totally different worldviews. We saw Byron Donalds at CPAC, and he nailed it. He called out the hypocrisy of socialists like AOC, who rail against capitalism while driving their Teslas and living in fancy DC apartments. They want one set of rules for us, and another for them. They want to tear down the very system that gave them their wealth and power. Byron Donalds is fighting for the rest of us. He's fighting for the idea that you should be able to work hard, make money, and not have the government track every dollar you spend. He's fighting for economic freedom, while AOC is fighting to protect the political elite. So at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. Who are you going to believe? The person screaming nonsense about legal statutes to create a distraction, or the person calmly showing you the bank records and the checks? The paper trail is real, folks. And Byron Donalds just showed the world exactly where it leads. Let me know what you think the most damning piece of evidence was in the comments below. As always, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, America, this is ridiculous. The Biden family has no business. They've never had a business except for politics.